My name is Erica, and I am a model. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My imperfection is my hair. When I was 23 years old, I decided I wanted to break out of my shell and just be more naturally me, just be more free, and just one with myself. And my hair is always one thing that I always try to hide. So finally, I was just like, I just want to be natural. I want my hair to be, I want to feel more like myself. So at that point, I was just like, I'm just gonna go all natural and just let my hair be completely free. And just now I feel just at more one with myself. It's important to know and love yourself because nobody else is going to love you and know you the way you know yourself. So it's important to just always have that self-confidence, always have that, just be you, feel happy and free to just be you. Other people are going to look at you the way they want to, but as long as you know who you are and you love yourself, everybody else around you is going to respect you for doing so. I would say never compare yourself to anybody else. You were created the way you were created because that's who you're supposed to be. And to just embrace all your imperfections in your beauty, your natural beauty, and just be you. Have fun with it, be happy. Don't look on social media and say, hey, I want to look like this girl. No, just be who you are. Embrace your imperfections and work with what you got. Go Team Natural! My name is Erica, and I am Perfection.
My name is Johari Noelle, and I'm a recording artist. I'm from Chicago. My imperfection is my cheeks. I've always felt like they were kind of big, and I always felt like they made me look younger than I am. But as I got older and I looked more at my family and my sisters, and I realized how beautiful they were and how much we all resemble, I had to embrace what I had and realize that my cheeks are just as beautiful as theirs. Love yourself because in today's society, it's very competition driven. It's very easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to other people and other women and other Black women especially. And I feel like society is always telling you you should look a certain way, you should be a certain size, you should be a certain height, your hair should be a certain way, your skin should be a certain way. And that's been working for years, but I feel like as of lately it's very, very important not to get wrapped up in that and to just, love what you have. I love the things you can't change, embrace them. And, it won't happen overnight, but, starting just by, affirmations in the mirror, reminding yourself how beautiful you are, you can really get through it. For all of the women struggling to embrace themselves in a society like this one, I would just say to just continue to make efforts to love yourself. You know what I mean? It's not easy, and it's definitely, like I said, not something that happens overnight. But as long as you're starting, just with little things, you could do photo shoots. You could just experiment with yourself, your hair, your makeup, whatever it is, and just really find ways to highlight your own beauty and truly embrace it, as much as possible. And others will embrace it. My name is Johari Noelle, and I am Perfection.
My name is Maryam Hampton, and I'm a full-time student / YouTuber / model. I was born in Wisconsin, but I reside in Chicago. My imperfection growing up was that I was really, really skinny, and I still am very small set. It was just something that I really got teased a lot for, and growing up in the African American community is really important to most people to have like curves and all that stuff, and I didn't have that, so I got made fun of a lot. I decided to start embracing my imperfections when I realized that in this world, we all come in different shapes and sizes, and there's nothing wrong with me being small. That's just the body type that I was born with. It's important to know and love yourself, because if you don't, you will let other people come into your life and walk all over you and really disrespect you. And if you don't love yourself, it's not possible to love other people. Something that I would tell young African American women or women of color is that they don't have to be like the women that they see on television or in the mainstream or on social media. You just can be yourself and love yourself. And at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. So it doesn't matter what other people think about you or how you look or how you dress. I think being different is special, and if you can be being yourself is being different, then that's more power to you. Just know that if you're going through any type of struggle or hard times, know that it will pass, and eventually as you get older, you realize that looks don't really even matter. It's what's on the inside that matter in your heart. So yeah. My name is Maryam Hampton, and I am Perfection.
Imperfection came about. You always hear perfection and imperfection, and one day I felt like I was comparing myself to people on Instagram, because I'm just like, you know, little stuff like, oh, my eyelashes don't look like hers, or I need to do this or that with my makeup. And then come to find out, I was watching a YouTube video, and they have apps and stuff where you can put fake eyelashes to enhance your eyes, of course. And there's just so many apps and filters, and I feel like we as humans are comparing ourselves to false images. And I just wanted to do something, because I feel like this is something women and men struggle from. We're comparing ourselves to things, and I think we need to just be comfortable in our skin. So I came up with the idea to have Imperfection as a photo series. Reach out to Mika because she looked really creative, and I saw that she styled for Iridium. That's how you say it, right? Mm-hmm. For Iridium clothing in Chicago, and I really liked her work, and that's how it started.
I think so yeah, I mean, I think when you kind of told me about the project, I was like really interested in it. I think especially because so many people had like really interesting stories to tell, and like I'm always, whenever I style something, it's like always kind of like a story in my mind about it. And I'm like, oh, what better way to like style something than people that already have powerful stories and like have overcome like certain things, you know, that maybe they had difficulties embracing, and then now they like think of them as their strengths, or like fully, you know, embracing of it. So I thought that was awesome. And I think it was also really great because at the time, you know, also I think like we started out kind of doing a sort of minimal thing, and like that was a challenge to me because I, you know, typically don't go that route, but I was like, I want to try this out. And you know, I felt like you had a really cool, you know, kind of like, you know, way of like enhancing minimalism.
It's focusing on African American women and how they
you know, are perceived in the world and all these different challenges that we go through. And Mika really brought like a funky style to it. I wanted to do a challenge with the wardrobe, and that's also why I contacted Mika, because I felt like, you know, if it's something like one girl, she always was made fun of about her being petite. So we wanted to make sure that we kind of emphasized her body frame.
Styling was really great. It was, you know, everyone's sort of imperfections, and like learning how to enhance that through clothing and sort of show that off a little bit more was really cool, just because you could like focus on certain areas of the body and make that, you know, kind of the highlight of the photograph, or what would draw your eye to that area. And I think, you know, like I said, everyone's stories and like the parts that they weren't as comfortable with, and kind of like putting that at the forefront of the picture sort of, you know, reaffirmed the fact that like this is something that, you know, should be celebrated.
Yeah, the goal for Imperfection, I feel like it was a personal goal for me too. I wanted to hear other people's stories, and they also inspired me because they were willing to put themselves in front of the camera, kind of exposing themselves. Everybody was pretty much vulnerable, so I thought that was really cool. And I want to reach out to young women and teenagers, just people in general.
This sort of accomplished a lot was just kind of taking women that I think, you know, the first series was women that had certain like either health problems or like just kind of certain things that happened, trauma that happened in their lives, and they were able to overcome that. And if, you know, whether it like was physical or like something you couldn't see, it's still like their story was out there, and just kind of being able to kind of put them in the spotlight, I think was really great. And then also when we did this kind of last series, a focus on African American women who, like, you know, in our society are just like typically, you know, put in a position where they're not able to kind of, you know, be represented as much, or, you know, have certain positions of power that other people have, you know, and kind of like bringing them to the forefront and putting a spotlight on celebrating them as well, I think is really important.
Thanks for tuning in, and we hope we inspired you to embrace your imperfections.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying, but exactly. Thank you.
What is it? Toodles? No. No, you can't walk off me because this is the interview. This is NBC Universal Studios.